Hello. Hi. Whoa. Whoa. I'm so overexposed. Oh my god. There's so much light coming through. Hello, everybody. How are we? How are we? Is this coming through okay? How are the levels? Let me know. Let me know. Let me know. Is it okay? This is my first time streaming on this complete like setup with this laptop and this camera and yeah, it's all new audio interface. It's good? Sounds good? Okay, cool. Hi, everybody. Where y'all from? Thanks for coming through to the stream. I know it's late for you guys in Europe, as always. It's just so hard to find like the right time that everyone around the world can join. Yeah, I'm a little bit sick still. Which is why I didn't do the video for this Wednesday, unfortunately. But we have a live stream instead. Hopefully my voice hangs in there for a little while, and I'll continue until it gives out, I guess. Let's see. Wow, so many people here. Okay. Hello from Cali. Tev, what's up? How you going? Billy Tal, no, you're not late for class. Jose. Hello everybody. Wow, so many people. Coffee ASMR. Yeah, whoops. I I was waiting for the stream to start and I accidentally didn't like mute myself because I'm a noob and I suck at streaming and I'm not that good, so please forgive me. Hey Hunter, how's it going? It's a wild pack gay. Yes. Hi. First time streaming with the Keeb. Yeah, first time streaming with the Keeb. For y'all that don't know, I made a grave mistake and got into a new. Oh, come on, focus, you bastard. Ish. There we go. I got into a new hobby, which is mechanical keyboards. So this little thing is like almost 2 kilos, but it's just so nice to type on. It sounds so good. Loving it at the moment. Looks and sounds pretty good. Awesome. Hey Richie Boy Smooth, what's going on? Fresno, Southern California, Denmark, India, Austria, Indonesia, Mexico. Jeez, y'all are from everywhere. That's crazy. Germany, oh my god. What's up? All the Discord gang, I love it. Thanks for joining, guys. It means a lot. What's the time in Australia right now? It is 9:06 in the morning, so I'm kind of still lagging a little bit. I've got my coffee, got another pot kind of ready to go. Yeah, I really need this right now because I got like 4 hours sleep last night for some strange reason. I just couldn't sleep. But yeah, need it. Back in Neko Supremacy, man. Thank you for the recommendation, by the way. This is like such a great board. Very expensive, but great nonetheless. What's up from Mexico? Hey. Atlanta, Georgia. It's coffee time. Yeah, how's the future like? Yeah, the future's good. I can see everything. It's crystal clear. What time is it where you guys are right now? 4:06 here in Cali. Man, my stream audio is not in sync. Is it? Isn't it? Is it bad? Is it like really off? Let me know. Is it too fast, too slow? I can probably try and do something now. It was in the sync before, but I did have issues with setting this up because like, I don't know, I'm using a new audio interface at the moment, which is this little like this little Zoom F3 thing on the side here. And I think it's like coming through a little bit too fast compared to the A7 IV that I'm using right now, unfortunately. So let me know whether the audio is not in sync or not. For next board win. Hopefully when I go to Japan, I want to get some like new keys and like get something a little bit nicer like you have. Tev, 1 a.m. Thank you again for staying up. I know it's late. Y'all guys, you guys are the real MVP. 7 p.m. EST. Wow, 7 p.m. 1 a.m. in Vienna. Damn. 6 p.m. in Mexico. Oh, it's 6 p.m. in Mexico. That's a nice time. 6 a.m. in Indonesia. God damn. Audio is like 0.2, 0.3 seconds late. Oh, man. Oh, man. Can I fix it? Properties. I'm going to try and fix it on the fly. See whether that works. All right. I just changed it. Maybe it's too fast now. I don't know. Yeah, nah, yeah, nah, yeah, nah. I don't know. Let me know. Video a bit behind. Yeah, okay. Finally caught up on all the Patreon content last night. Inspired to go chase some fog earlier this week. Awesome, man. Good luck to you. I hope you get lots and lots of fog. Still delayed. It's not bad. Don't worry about it. We get in there. Okay. Tad bit more. Okay, tad bit more. I'll hold on. 650. I've got it offset at like 650 million. Let's try 450. How's the move to Japan going? And when are you going to move to Japan? A couple of Japan questions. Okay. So if y'all don't know, I'm applying for a visa to Japan at the moment. And I want to move there. I've got a company sponsoring me. We put in the application for the visa like, I don't know. Wait, what day is it today? Saturday, the 9th. 1 month and like 4 days ago. And so apparently it takes about, I don't know, anywhere between like 1 to 2 months to go through. And, you know, that's what the immigration officers say. But then also like my friend who's done it and gone through the process says that it takes about like 6 to 8 weeks. So I'm not really expecting to hear anything back from them until like, I don't know, maybe like 2 weeks or something like that. But when it comes through, when things happen, man, like as soon as I get that visa in my hands, because, you know, after it gets approved and all that kind of stuff, they have to ship that. It's called a certificate of eligibility over to Australia. And then once it's in Australia and I've got the physical thing, then I need to like book an appointment with the embassy and then go do my visa appointment. So that'll take another week and then turn that COE into a visa. And then after that, then I'll be able to have like an actual visa that I can, you know, bring into Japan. So all in all, like as soon as I get word that the COE is like on its way and it's posted, then I'm gonna be like selling all this stuff and rejigging my my entire life and like uprooting myself and moving on elsewhere. I gotta sell all my things and it's gonna be real exciting. I am very, very, very excited. 7 a.m. in Singapore. Yeah, it's early for us. I really waited very long to ask this. Haha, when will your photography course go online? So for y'all that don't know, right now I've got a photography course that I'm doing, which is like a 30-day fundamentals kind of course, which right now is currently in the making. I plan to have it up before the end of the year. But I don't know when exactly with like the move and all the work that's going on. It looks like this in my store, by the way. This. I'm super excited for it. The appetite is tremendous for it. So, you know, I really want to get it done as soon as possible. But, you know, I've got a lot going on in life at the moment and I will try and get it out before November is my goal. So, you know, fingers crossed. Oh, Thanks for subbing or and becoming a member, Hunter. I appreciate you, man. Slightly closer, still delayed. A little bit behind. Is the audio still out of sync? Is it? Do I need to change it again? Let me know. Someone says it's perfect, but sweet. Okay, cool. Won't worry about it. Hey, homie, when you started in the world of editing and photography, did you have any reference which you wanted to imitate or something similar? I mean, yeah, you always come across like different people who inspire you and stuff like that. Especially on Instagram and regardless of what people say, right? And just everywhere else, wherever you see photography. I remember when I first got started, there's this photographer named Jude Allen, and I really, really, really loved his style back then. Another one is a Sydney local here when I was doing street photography. His name is David Sark, one of my mates. And, you know, you pick up inspirations and stuff like that along the way. But for me, like, I've been doing creativity and being in a creative field for, like, the majority of my life. And so, like, when it comes to imitation, I haven't really done any. It's more that like I've been, I don't know, so immersed in that world that I've been trying to pull from my past experiences a lot. So yeah. Good morning from Brisbane, fellow Aussie. Hello, hello, AJW. Which part of Japan? I'm moving to Tokyo. Hopefully, fingers crossed. Thanks for hanging out, Dennis. Can't wait for you to be back. Yeah, honestly, I can't wait to be back. Like, I am so excited for my new life in Tokyo, making new content. I'll probably do a lot more live streams and stuff like that, where I'll be like editing and stuff a lot. And I'll I'll just have a lot more involvement with all of my platforms, and I really want to kick everything into very high gear when I can. Right now I feel very like uninspired even to like make Instagram posts and like do edits and stuff like that, and it kind of sucks, but it is what it is. I'm kind of stuck in limbo at the moment, and it kind of is not great. It feels very weird to like not be certain about my future. But it is what it is, part and parcel. Have any of you guys like relocated to a different country before? Like, you know, picked up everything and just moved somewhere else? Because that's like, this is the first time I'm ever doing it. I mean, I did move to Japan for a year before in the past, but never in as permanent of a way as what I feel this current coming move will be. So, you know, I'm both a little bit, you know, anxious and excited about it. But yeah, it's very, very like new and uncertain to me. It's perfect now. Great. Oh, 6 p.m. and 39 degrees in Austin, Texas. Damn, that's warm. I just got back from Vietnam, which is what like we're going to be doing today. Photos from Vietnam. And it was that like every single day, but like just humid. And I was like, this is so intense. And I know everywhere else around the world right now is like super, super hot. And then, you know, because Australians are on the other side of the world, and yeah, we have like flipped seasons. So right now it's winter, and you know, it's like what is that? 9 degrees? 9 degrees right now. So cold. Live missing in Japan. What are your favorite movies visually? I mean, it's hard to say. Everyone says Blade Runner. Oh, you know what? Me and Steph were watching this show on Netflix called Money Heist Korea or something like that on Netflix. And I know it got like bashed for ratings and stuff like that, but goddamn, the cinematography and the DOP is just so good. It's so good. I don't know if I'm allowed to show you guys on stream or whether I'm gonna get smashed for like content ID or whatever. I kind of want to show you. Should I show you? I don't know. But yeah, it's so good. Check that out on Netflix if you want to have a look see. I miss living in Japan. Me too. Ezekiel, yeah, let me know. Let me know. Have you been to Miyajima? Yes, I have. I have been there once before. I must say, I'm very excited for lots of Port K and Georgia magic. Me too. Me too. It's been an age since I shot with Georgia last, and even spoke to Georgia last, actually, unfortunately. Can't wait to see her again. Vish, you moved to the US in 2019. How was that for you? Like, moving your entire life seems so scary. Culture shock was a doozy, 100%. Kenan relocated 3 times. Middle East, Southeast Asia, North America. Jeez, that's crazy. What is that experience like? Sounds so like, wow, what a like life-changing thing. Relocated to London from Budapest, 6 months in September 2019. Yeah, perfect timing indeed. 100%. Heard it can be challenging to get things going in Japan as a foreigner. Yeah, 100%. You know, I've talked about this before in the past as well, but you know, everything's harder as a foreigner. I remember when I lived there for a year back in 2018-19. It's just hard, man. Like, you know, not speaking the language and not knowing people, and you know, it is the same struggles as a lot of people have relocating to like any country. But I feel like in Japan, they're not very welcoming to foreigners just in general, or not welcoming is the wrong word. It's more like accommodating, I guess. So it is hard when you're doing things like setting up a bank account, or you know, setting up a phone plan, or like trying to move house or whatever. So yeah, I'm not looking forward to that, but it is part and parcel of the experience. Takes a little bit to settle in, but if you already have friends, that'll be much easier than it was for me. Yeah, for sure. I'm lucky my girlfriend's over there, I've got friends over there. Like, it'll be a smoother transition for me this time, I think. Send some coal to Osaka, please. Oh god. Casually 100 plus Fahrenheit here in Arizona. Jesus. Oh my goodness. Where is this mug from? This one? Honestly, I couldn't tell you. I got sucked in by like one of those Facebook ads, by some random brand that had like these mugs, and like they had a whole bunch of different designs and stuff like that, but I can't remember what the brand was called. I'm sorry. I've heard it's just a normal Money Heist, but exactly copied. Yeah, apparently it is, but I don't know. The cinematography for it was fantastic. Just finished Stranger Things 4. I want to watch Stranger Things 2. I've never seen it. So if you've seen the original, there's no need to watch the Korea version. Okay, that's fair. That's fair. I'm guilty of the Blade Runner answer myself, but also Moonlight? Okay. Nice. Have you had any legal problems with drones while traveling? Not while traveling, thankfully. Everyone's been, you know, I've also tried to be respectful of all the drone laws, regardless of where I go in the world. And so far I've been okay, you know, fingers crossed. About to move to an urban college. Would be interesting to see how my photography progresses, as I'm currently a nature photographer. Good luck to you. That would be interesting. They love you as a tourist, but not as a co-worker. Oh, dude, never saw Stranger Things. I've never seen Stranger Things. I know it's such like a weird thing to like not see because it's like, you know, so in the zeitgeist of like popular culture, but yeah, when it comes to me popular culture, I'm just a bit. Anyway. Oh yeah, I got the zoom back. It was such a pain trying to like set everything up again because this is a new MacBook Pro. Um, so I had to like set up all the buttons and like the camera and all that kind of shit again. I was like, oh, what did I used to do on stream? I can't even remember. When you move to Japan and get settled, what is a photo location that you really want to go to and have not been? Mine would be Kyoto area. I love it there. Honestly, I've been all up and down Japan so many times, like from the northernmost point to the southernmost point. I have some really like obscure places that I want to go to, and I've got like a bunch of places. I've got like a big list of those kind of places to go to. Um, but my first priority definitely, yeah, is to get settled, and then from there, you know, I would like to explore more of the Kansai area. Um, I feel like I know a lot of Tokyo already. I know a lot of yeah, the Kanto area just in general. Yeah, I would like to spend more time in Kansai there. On the topic of drones, do you know if it will be more difficult for foreigners to fly drones due to the recent change in law? Yeah, so apparently, in Japan, my friend Hannah mentioned that you have to register your drone now, and apparently you have to put like what was it? Your registration number or something like that on your drone. Like you have to like physically like stick it on your drone. Um, and so yeah, I haven't looked into it, but yeah, I can see that just being a little bit of a evil necessity. Don't worry, I've never seen Blade Runner. Lol. Yeah, don't out me, okay? I notice most people use the S-curve when editing, creating that faded, washed out look. Do you know of any photographers that don't use that and keep a very contrasty style? Yeah, so like I mentioned before, my mate David Sark, who was a big inspiration for me when I was first starting, doesn't use that faded out look at all. Just very, very contrasty. Actually, you know what? I'll show you. I'll show you his stuff because I'll give him a shout out. You know, hold on. Let's see. So this guy. So his stuff is just so great. I think. Well, I personally think anyway. It's just so unique. Like he does street photography, but not in a way that you would typically categorize that to be. I think like a lot of people, especially in Sydney, have tried to imitate his style quite a lot over the years, and you know, like I don't know, there's just something about it. Especially, I think in the last like year or two, he's been getting into all of these like kind of double exposures and like really really saturated colors and stuff like that. And I think it's really really cool. He was experimenting a lot with like all this like kind of longer-ish exposure stuff, and it's just stunning. It's really really great work, and I think for him, he doesn't, he unfortunately doesn't have. Well, he's been on the platform for a long time, but his style is not very like quote unquote like Instagrammy, and so I feel like he hasn't received the social media recognition that he kind of deserves. But definitely, in other areas, yeah, he's also a designer by trade. Oh, look at these! Like it's just, like the tonality. It's just so yeah. I love his style. It's great. It's so unique. was watching some of your Hokkaido videos with Dan and Ben, and they were so nice. Yeah, you know what? Sometimes I go back and watch Ben's vlogs of that trip because it's just so like nostalgic. You all should totally do that too. If you want to see what's up, hold on. Let me have a look. Where are we? Ichiban. So these ones, Japan series vlogs in the middle here. They're so fun. They were so fun. Ichiban. Go watch him. If you want to see our previous trips together. That was a heaps fun trip. If you want to explore Kansai, you should go to Ryujin Mura in Wakayama. Okay. Noted. Is my stream skipping, by the way? Let me know if it's skipping or like dropping frames or anything like that. Because I see it buffering really quickly every now and then. It's like bicycles here. They always try to regulate some moving apparatus, remote controller, otherwise, yeah, 100%. Double exposures hit different. Yeah, his work is so good, dude. I don't remember seeing any photos of it on your feed ever, but have you ever ventured out to Taki Shrine in Gifu? No, I haven't. I actually haven't explored that much of Gifu. I would like to, though. It'd be fun. Should go over into sub to Ichiban. Yeah, for sure. Go sub. Hey Pat, I've been part of the Discord for a while, but I've never sent a message or a photo. I'm a bit self-conscious. Should I ever go for it? Just dude, like we're all nice people. Come through and say something. Just join in a conversation that we like. Any conversation doesn't matter. You know, there's no pressure or anything like that. It's just peeps talking about stuff, right? Oh, I just noticed I didn't follow you on Instagram, so I fixed it. Thank you, Patrick. Fellow Patrick. Nope, no drop frames. Great. Frames look good. Awesome. Yeah, honestly, like my Discord is like one of the nicest Discords that I'm on. I don't want to brag about it or anything like that, but like there are some really toxic, like overpopulated Discords out there, because when Discords get too large, you know, the community just tends to get a little bit diluted and you kind of lose that personal touch. But you know, my Discord hasn't grown so much to the point where like you can't get a word in, and then the people that are there right now are like super nice and super gentle, and like yeah, highly recommended to, you know, come through. Excuse me. Beware of Ari though. Is she here? Hi Pat, you're one of my favorite photographers. Love your work. Question for you: does gear matter? Gear matters not until it does. So, you know, yeah, for the most part, you can get away with your smartphone until you reach a certain ceiling of skill level, and then you realize, oh, I need X piece of gear to do X, right? The specifics. So it matters until it doesn't matter until it does eventually. So yeah, stuff like, you know, really fast lenses, or like if you're shooting low light, bigger sensors and stuff like that. Like when you have the requirement and you have the knowledge that you need better performing gear in that way, then yeah, obviously gear matters. But to get started, nah, definitely not. When Discord gets too large, it becomes Reddit. 100%. So yeah. I love the monthly photo challenge in Discord. Yeah, nice. I'm glad you do. She's sleeping. Yeah, true. Okay. I've been waffling on for a little while. What are we doing today? We are going through my Vietnam photos. I did like a quick once over on it already, but I want to go a little bit deeper. So just for context, me and Steph went to Vietnam, and you know, it was just like it wasn't like a content holiday or anything like, or the content mission or anything like that. It was just, you know, us just having a holiday. And I ended up like having just like some snaps and stuff like that. And we did a little bit of content here and there, but it's not like we went hard out on the trip or anything. And so I just want to pick some of the little in between moments. I've already done a little bit of that, but you'll probably end up seeing a lot of ports that we took. So we'll go through and edit all of those. How do you develop your own style? I have a video on that. Check the channel. There's a lot of like opinion on that I feel is very important to get all at once. So watch the video on that for my entire perspective on that. Maybe lots of second account content. Yeah, 100%. Yes, this is like some of the food. Like, you know, you got to take your regular photos and stuff, right? For the memes. Oh yeah, and this is like a series where we were in this cafe and I was like shooting this this back alley. I was like, oh, this is such a nice moment. I posted this one already. This is just like a off the cuff kind of thing. This is like a person giving a delivery person something. Fat K, yeah. Like, you can use the F, it's fine. Same scenes. Oh yeah. This is when I was trying to shoot and like, cause like this cafe was air conditioned, but Vietnam's so bloody hot and humid that as soon as you get outside, my lens just like completely fogged up. And like I was shooting so low, so I didn't understand. I mean, I didn't get that it was fogged up. Not okay. Yeah, we explored some markets and stuff like that. Just really casual, like kind of shots. This is kind of cool. Yeah, not good enough. Oh yeah, I was trying to get this lady, and I was like shooting behind Steph's leg. Yeah, I thought this was kind of cool. Like two hats next to each other kind of thing. Maybe second account. Wait, what organization am I going to use for this? 1 star? 1 star? Oh, this is all the K photos. Maybe I'll use 1 star. Okay. Where was it? 1 star. Market shots. Oh yeah, this is Steph got interviewed by like some random people. And I was like, oh, I'm just gonna take a quick shot of that. Yes, I already posted this one. So this is some back alley that I saw and like ran over to. And I was like, oh yes, old guy. And then this like rooster came out at the same time. I was like, yes, 2 for 1, a rat. By the way, can you hear the construction in the background? I hope you can't. There's like this such loud construction outside my house. It's so annoying. Oh yeah. I kind of like this. Oh, don't want to see that. Maybe something like this would be like a good second account photo. I kind of posted this one already, but I was trying to like, we're at a cafe and I was like walking down some stairs and there was like a little slit in the stairway and I was like, oh, this would make a cool shot. Yeah, hip shots, just hip firing, just for fun. Because I was walking around with the camera. This is just like, you know, just some fun shots. Saw some like really bright purple backgrounds, so I was like, okay, I'm just gonna cop that. Your street photos always have a way of telling a story. Thank you, Chimkin. Not coming through on the mic? What? I have the same reaction whenever a seagull or bird flies by during sunrise. Yeah, I know, right? What's your video ingress strategy? Trying to figure out how to really get into some cinematic stuffs. Oh, the construction noise is nice. Video ingress strategy. Can you elaborate on that a little bit? What do you mean by that? Yeah, I thought this was cool. Just because there's like a lot of pops of color. It's just very like, this is very like the street. Yeah, more street shots, just really off the cuff kind of stuff. You know, some of these are just for the memes. This is day 2, day 3. So the first 3 days of our trip, we were in Ho Chi Minh. Oh, my throat. Back alleys, little people selling you things all the time. Yeah, I thought this was kind of neat. I edited this as well. Hey, Externer. Cataloging your footage, I mean, right. I have a external SSD, and I just keep all of my B-roll on it. And you know, I'm constantly like pruning my B-roll for any like interesting shots that I want to keep, and then throwing out anything that I don't need. I do it by year, and then by month, and then event, if that helps. Yeah, some real street scenes here. Love it. Oh. Steph decided to get into my photo. Saw this like really nice street. I edited this already though, but you know, this is like such a typical back alley kind of shot. You know, a lot of wires here, and you know, just people playing around and being in the general scene. I took a bunch of variations of this. Yeah, I loved this one. It was just a little girl like running in the sunlight. And then there was another variation that I'm about to post too, which is this one. Same kind of deal. I love the other one more though. What else can I use? I kind of like this one. Just like that the little leg there. It's neat. Yeah, I got a bunch of variations of that. So I already selected those, so that's fine. I selected this one too. This is from a tower, not too far from where we were staying. I posted this one already. This is Steph in that tower. Got a bunch of variations of that. Posted that one as well. She's such a clown. Look at her. This is the view. It's not bad. It's no Tokyo. Am I biased? Tell me I'm biased without telling me I'm biased. Is this alright? Okay, next day. Day 5. So day 5 and 6 we were in like a cave. So the whole thing about the trip was that it was all about the main center of the trip was about doing a jungle hike. So we were hiking in the jungle for 2 days. We had to like stop over and camp in the jungle for a night. And we were visiting a whole bunch of different caves and stuff like that. And that's like why we were there pretty much. So, I brought my camera, but it was so hard to capture some of the images. But we'll go through them. Favorite Japan-based photographer or one you'd like to collab with when you move? Honestly, I don't have very many. I actually want to get more into the YouTube scene when I get back into Japan. And I don't know, the photography scene in Tokyo is a little bit, as far as I've experienced it so far, is a bit like, I don't know, not nice. But we'll see. Favorite travel cam? What is the genre of photography that interests you most? Favorite travel cam? My RX100. You can't see it there. It's over there. It's a little pocket camera. Or all of the Alpha series of cameras. You can't see it because chat's over there. But A1 is for me like the holy grail of cameras. What are your usual camera settings when walking the streets like this? Anything with shutter speed of 400 plus, and then everything else is just kind of optional. Shallow depth of field if I can manage it, but definitely shutter speed 1/400 minimum. Yeah, this is the cave that we were in. Isn't it so cool? So then, yeah, we had these are all the people in our tour. Wow. The noise. The cave was awesome. These are just shots for like my own memes. They're not like bangers that I'm going to post on Instagram or whatever. Yeah, Steph on a rock. What's up? It was so hot. Oh my god. Oh yeah, this is the like little pool that we were in. By pool, I mean like it was kind of like a waterfall-y kind of river thing. These are photos that I probably won't post. More cave photos. I think I selected some of them, but these are cool. This cave is just like, it was absolutely gigantic, and you can see like how small Steph is in this cave versus like the actual size of the cave. It was awesome. Pat and Pew's collab win. Goals, mate. Goals. I wish one day. When's the Trash Taste collab? I wish. Fuck, that would be awesome. Hella goals. Yeah, I like some of these shots. I think I picked them already. I think there was like this one. That was kind of cute. I did like this one. Steph's just like looking out that way. Thought it was cool. And we did some like silhouette shots as well. Like standing on a rock. You see all like the formations in the rock and I mean in the cave and stuff like that. It's really cool. Yeah. Can you elaborate on the photography scene being not nice? Just curious. I think like I don't know. As far as I've experienced, there aren't many people in the photography scene in Tokyo specifically that are very like nice and welcoming. It's funny. I'm sure there are plenty of people who are nice and welcoming, but there's a lot of competition, and I think a lot of people who feel very much like, especially against like foreigners and stuff like that, who are territorial, I guess is the right way to put it. Especially when, like, for me, you know, when I come to Tokyo, or whenever I get to Tokyo, you know, I'm always getting hit up by like agencies and all that kind of stuff, and you know, as soon as I get there, I'm doing jobs and all the rest of it, and I feel like the more established Japanese photographers see that as a kind of like what is this gaijin doing, taking our jobs, that kind of mentality. And so I want to find people that are like nice and just chill, because like, you know, we have a huge group in Sydney, creators and photographers and stuff like that, who are just like really, really chill. You know, there's more than enough to go around for everybody, that kind of mentality, and I think that's like really nice. I haven't yet found that in Tokyo, and I really do want to find that one day, hopefully. But until that happens, I think like I want to try and make more friends with like YouTubers and stuff like that first, just because I feel like that demographic of creators, at least from the outside looking in anyway, is a little bit more friendly so far. Babe, wake up. Paquet streaming. Popped in to say good night. It's 2 a.m. here. Hopefully, yeah, there will be a option to watch this stream later, hopefully, if things go well. Thanks for popping in. Do you have waterproof protection for your camera, or are you just really careful? No waterproof protection at all. The cameras are somewhat water resistant anyway. At least my full frame ones are. All right, that's it for the K photos. This is the view from our hotel, or from one of our hotels in Da Nang, the middle of Vietnam. It was just a lovely little sunset, and then I took a bit of a pano, and it ended up like this, which I thought was cool. It's a nice little city. Yeah, look at that. Isn't that pretty? The sun with the bridge. What a gorgeous little vista. Yeah, just more process shots of the same thing, really. Just capturing it at like all different times of day. Yeah, just making sure that I've got it. Here we go. So we went to a place called Bana Hills, and you probably know this from, I don't know, I guess somebody would have seen this before. The Hands Bridge, but you'll see it in a second. Yeah, I think I selected this one. Oh, I'm gonna work on the highlights for it a little bit later, but yeah. These are the hills. That's Da Nang City in the background. Got a bit of a frame going in there. Oh yeah, this is it. Y'all have definitely seen this before, right? This is like the classic Hands Bridge, and we thought we got there early, so it like on Google it says that it opens at 8, so we got there at 8, and it was like already this packed. It was so busy, but apparently it opens at 7. So I wish we got there at 7, but that's a little hot tip for next time, or if you want to go. Look how many people there are. And so we're trying to do ports, right? So Steph's just there with like this gigantic background of like, look at all these people. Oh my god. Yeah, like this is the best we could do. Like crappy light, lots of people. It was just hard, man. Such a hard shoot. we tried anyway. Like stuff like this is good where you can't really see the people. Like, yeah. Except, yeah, it's kind of backlit, which I don't really like, but I think like we made the most out of it. I don't mind this. Can you explain your workflow from importing RAWs to editing, categorizing in Lightroom? A bit messy when I organize it. Thank you. I'm not going to go through like a whole bunch of in detail stuff like that, just because I already have like a course on all that kind of stuff, which you can check out if you want. But you can already kind of see like a glimpse of how I organize things on the left. Any plans to visit Singapore again? Those shots in your IG highlights are sick. Yeah, they're also super old as well. So hopefully one day. No plans as of now, but you know, eventually. I've been there like 5 times. So yeah, I'm sure eventually I'll get back to somewhere someday. What focal length do you typically shoot on for your silhouette work? Nothing specific to silhouettes. It just depends on the overall context. It's not silhouette focused at all. The classic hand. I comp out all these people. Man, it's hard, dude. Like, there's so many people. And I didn't bring a tripod, so like, I didn't. Yeah, it's just a pain. Look how many people there is to comp out. So I did do a PSD one with that, which was originally this, and I comped some of the people out. No, it was originally this. So I comped that guy out because I thought maybe like I would want this shot. Oh, actually, Steph wanted this shot. But yeah, that was like, I'm not going to do the rest of it because I never got a break where like this was empty, so I've got nothing to comp it with. Unfortunately, it's just not possible to like remake those because of like that area, because of how many people there were. It's just crazy. But I like this. So expression's awesome. Such a good model. Crowds, Instagram versus reality, 100%. This is nothing as well. I've got like some videos of us just being like absolutely swamped by crowds. It's crazy. Whoop. Yeah, I like that expression as well, but I can't be bothered to comp these people out. Hi. Yeah, gonna have to move on. I don't mind this. It is kind of backlit. Oh yeah, I picked this first. Oh, Steph picked this, so I edited that already. So if you ever see like any of the images that I've already edited, I've like done a bunch of different edits for Steph already, just so I could like give it to her quickly. So we're just going through and finding the ones that like I potentially want to post, maybe. I don't mind this one. Eyes closed or eyes open? Maybe this one. Oh, I kind of like this one too. I like this expression. It's Times Square where it's impossible to stand people. Yeah, I can imagine. Any plans to review the Tamron 35 150 f2 2.8? Nah, I only shoot on Sony because otherwise they'll get mad at me. So only Sony lenses, unfortunately. Oh yeah, I really like this. So Steph picked this one. I want to revisit this and see if I can. Well, yeah, just have a look at it. Well, 5 times You should probably come over and host a photo walk with your SG viewers. Jason Vog did one recently. Yeah, maybe one day when I head back. I don't mind that. Don't mind this either, actually. It's a bit backlit. I wish I had instructed her to like get in between the two fingers a little bit better. I like this expression though. It's very natural. Oh yeah, that's another one that she picked. Yeah, see how many people there are? Just people lining up to like take shots and stuff. Like, oh my god. So many people. So many people. I like that. Not bad, not bad. I think it's a little bit... It's just so hard. Like, I'm so picky with my ports, but I like some of them. This is in no way, shape, or form like Steph's fault. It's just the conditions are just like so... They were so hard. Look at all these people. Look at them. Look at them. Look at all these people. Look at them. Oh my god. Jeez. Crazy. Crazy. Wow. Such a clown. I love it. There were some other shots we did the day after that I really enjoyed. But when it comes to like this hands bridge, we just like, for me, like it was just too hard to make it work. Like stuff like this is cool, but then it was like, I mentioned this when I was shooting it. I was like, like you see fingers, but you're like, what's the context here? Like if you don't know it's the hands bridge, it's kind of like just fingers in a frame kind of thing. So cute. Yeah, we'll go through all of them. Almost there. I think we move on after this as well. It's just too hard. Look at all these people. I thought maybe this would work, so I tried to take some like deliberate out of focus shots so that I could like have it as a carousel. So like all these ones where they were supposed to be in focus, and then like, you know, these ones where they're just out of focus in case I wanted this shot. And I was like, yeah, I don't know, like I don't mind it. It's so tricky. Ladle. Oh, that's me. She was taking ports of me. We don't need to see that. Okay, bye. Model K. We don't need to see those. We don't talk about this here. Not that they're like bad. She did a great job. We just don't need to see them. It's fine. That's not what we're here for. Can you edit a photo of mine if I send it to you? Not specifically. I was actually thinking of doing a video where I just get a whole bunch of submissions and edit all of them. I'd rather do all of them in like a big blob than just do one here and there. Thought Sony owns Tamron. Yeah, they're not the same. Yeah, there's a lot of what's the right word? Backstory, I guess, when it comes to the things that I shoot on and all that kind of stuff. So, but yeah, I will only shoot on Sony gear. You are one of those people. Yes, I am. Yes, Gene. How does working with a model work? Just curious. I do hobby photography for now, but love to shoot street and portraits. I mean, like if a model knows their poses and knows their hits and stuff like that, it makes it a lot easier. If you're just shooting a friend and stuff like that, then it's useful for you to learn poses and things so that you can direct them and make sure the shoot goes well. But otherwise, you know, shooting ports is very much like a collaboration between you as a photographer and the model knowing their knowing their poses and stuff like that. So just trust them. Like, get out of my shot. So I had her like walking up and down. I thought the higher ones were kind of nice. But I don't know when I would ever post this shot. But I think at least I'll post one of them eventually. I just want want something cool where like there's this flowy kind of shirt action going on and something a little bit more interesting than just walking. So I had her like do 12s and stuff like that. Yeah, even like that. I'm gonna add that. Oh, I think my computer's lagging now. It's lagging. Trying to run the stream and trying to run Final Cut. Trying to run Lightroom at the same time. Look, 100% CPU. Oh my goodness. There's a lot of them. I see a handsome dude. Okay. Don't deny us the pack content. Nah, man. The world needs the PK ports. Nah. Show us your poses. Nah, man. I don't know poses. I don't know what you're talking about. What best rate do you use for this type of work? For this stuff, like as fast as you can get. Specifically for normal ports and stuff like that, and like not that fast, I use the low setting on my camera, which is like 10 frames a second. But I'm very deliberate when it comes to shooting in general. But for this stuff, you do need to up the burst rate so that you can get the in-between. The struggle. Yes, my computer is struggling. And this is the MacBook Pro M1 Max. It's like so expensive. But also, Lightroom is a extreme pig when it comes to processing power. Actually, I think I might restart it. Hold on. Give me a second. I'm going to restart it. Actually, while I do that, I am going to quickly go to the toilet. Give me like 2 minutes. All right, back. Looks like Lakma, yeah. It did, didn't it? The struggle. How many shoots do you take for each scene? Lots. Do you pitch ideas to brands, companies for work? I used to when I first started, and then I got to the point where the inverse happened, where I get pitches now all the time. I've done a few ports like this. The moving hair adds so much to me. It really, really does. Motion's so nice. M1 max out your RAM, bro. It's maxed. It's just Lightroom. Lightroom's just such a pig. Anyway, I mean, I could go on forever. I did so many of these shots. Yeah, I was doing some stuff like this where I was like, wouldn't it be cool if like we did some shoe shots? Just because I was trying to get the leading lines through the Buddha and stuff, but it just didn't work. So I was like, yeah, no, don't worry about it. And then all of these kind of flags and stuff I thought was really cool. I was trying to do like half body kind of shots. Some stance. And this was like me shooting with like completely blindly. I couldn't see at all when I was shooting these. They were like just the angle. I was like so low to the ground. But I think this is cool. I'm gonna add that one. Oh yeah, and then she put her hair down. I'm such a head down kind of guy. But I like this shot too. Come on, computer. Don't do this to me, man. All right, what else we got? Got some booty shots here. Thought that was cool. Just some general process shots about the cable car. Oh yeah, so I found this alleyway after we like. So this is after we went to Barnett Hills. We then finished up and had what did we have? Banseo at some random shop that Steph found, and then I was like, oh, this alley has like really, really cool lights and overhanging wires and stuff like that. It's like, oh, sick. So I waited here for like a little while just to see whether I could get some interesting compositions. Because I really enjoyed, you know, the depth and people coming through and all that kind of stuff. And I eventually settled on, what was it, this one? Which I thought was neat. This one would have been cool too. But yeah, I just love how, you know, there's like 3 stacks or 4 stacks of like rice on this dude's, on the back of this dude's scooter. So cool. So I think maybe this one. It's more central. I'll definitely edit that one, that's for sure. Do you see any downsides to converting your RAWs to DNG? Nope, there's only upsides. Do it every single time. I could go into that, but I think that would require its own video. Lightroom more like heavy room. 100%. Honestly. Don't get me started. What was your strike rate to pitches with clients? What does the typical layout look like? That's a video in and of itself, man. But yeah, you get better with pitches over time and practice and stuff like that. Oh, I like this one. Nice little second account shot. But yeah, when it comes to pitching to clients, like it's one of those things that requires a lot of practice. Like you need to know, you know, what works and what doesn't, and you can only get to that through experimentation. Have you thought about offering photo walks and tours once you move to Tokyo? Until I sign up for one. Yeah, I mean, not a paid one. I'll probably end up doing a like just a gathering or whatever when I get there, just to say hello to people. Do you think 1635 2.8 would be great? Yeah, it's my favorite lens. Hey Luke, what's going on? How are you? Why do you convert your RAW to DNG? There's so many benefits to doing so. Faster loading times and optimization, you know, smaller files, more extensible and easier to read format across many apps, so universality and stuff like that. Oh, I thought this was kind of cool. This is a street in, where were we? Hoi An. But yeah, DNG every time, man. It's worth a little extra import time when you do it. I'll make a video about it if you want. How do you display your CPU usage in your top bar? I use a thing called iStat menus. So it just tells you like everything you need to know, and you can customize like the usages and stuff. Super nerdy. Super nerdy, but I love it because I know when my computer's straining or whatever. Just up from a night out. We're definitely having photo walks when you get here. 100%. Keen to meet. Wait, you're just up from a night out? So what, 9 o'clock for you? Must have been a heavy night out, huh? Just some fun shots we were having. This is one that Steph picked. And this is one that Steph picked. This is exploring Hoi An for the first time. Hoi An is just like, is so wonderful. It's one of those places where you go to that's like just really traditional, really unique, really it like hasn't lost its old charm. So if you've been to Hanoi Old Town, it's similar to that. Or if you've been to, you know, the deep parts of Kyoto, like Gion and stuff like that, where you go there and, you know, you've just come from the city and you know what a city looks like, and then all of a sudden you just reach this like really rich, visually cultural area, and you're like, oh wow, this is so different. Like Hoi An in Vietnam is one of those places. So I selected this. I'll probably edit this a little bit later. These people, okay. Here's the thing about like these people with the hats and the you know, the carrying things, they're pretenders. They pretend, and these people are actually like walking around all the time and trying to get people to take photos of them so that they can get money off you. And it's kind of like, I get it, but I don't like it. But I ended up just sniping them anyway. This was before I knew that. Oh yeah, I edited this one because I thought that was cool. Yeah, good timing, framing, all that kind of stuff. So you're saying I should convert my RAWs to DNGs, then I can use my A7 IV. If you can't preview your RAWs on your A7 IV, then you should probably update your software, camera RAW specifically. You should get the Sigma 2435 2.0 here if you want. I'm not too sure about that lens. You planning on visiting the US West Coast anytime soon? Unfortunately not. I don't have any plans. I know a couple of my friends are there right now actually. Seems fun, but I just want to get back to Japan, man. I've done enough travel this year. I have been so I keep saying this, but like To all my friends, that is. But I've been not at home this year more than I have been at home this year. Like I've been in Melbourne and overseas and all that kind of stuff, like way more than I've spent a significant amount of time at home. Like I think the longest time I've spent at home this year is like, there was a 1 month period like 2 months ago. That's kind of it. And I just want to chill and wait for Japan and settle down and, you know, can't wait. More process shots. Oh yeah, this lady was like fully staring at me and I was like, hey Steph, stand there so I can like pretend to shoot the back of your head, but I'm actually shooting this lady. So I thought that was kind of cool. That might make a nice like little second account shot. This is another market in Hoi An. We went to so many different markets and stuff, and they're so cool to like to explore and to just so visually interesting. Yeah, this guy's foot. I was like, this is such a funny image. I think this will make a cool like second account shot, but like in this shot you just see this guy's hand and this guy's foot. Yeah, it's funny. Wait, I'm lost. So you can edit DNGs like RAWs? Yes, you can edit DNGs like RAWs. That's exactly what I'm doing right now. The selection process is faster because DNGs also have fast load embedded into them. But yeah, I should definitely do a video on this. Opinion on Airbnb freelance marketplace listing photographer for very green beginners. If you're into taking interior shots, 100%. I mean, get whatever jobs you can get to get experience, right? Go for it. I took a photo of them and then they charged me $8 AUD for a mango. Far out, dude. It's crazy. Oh yeah, this is for Steph's YouTube. She's doing like a banh mi food video kind of thing. Will you leave the stream up after it's over? Yeah, if things go well. If things don't suddenly end, because I don't know how long my computer is going to be able to keep the stream up. I thought these were kind of cool, but not good enough to post. Oh yeah, more thumbnails. Moving on. Oh yeah, okay. So then in the afternoon in Hoi An, we did a shoot. So what Steph is wearing is called an alyai. I think that's how you pronounce it, Steph. Let me know. And it was really, really hot, and like you can see how hot that this dress would have been, and she did so well. So there's a couple of shots in here that I thought were really cool. I was trying to line up her face with like this circle behind her. Thought that was neat. She already selected some of these images, which I edited already. But I'm trying to see which ones that like I like for myself. I like this. It's cute. Look at her hand. It's cute. Oh yeah, then I got it to walk up. I like this one too. Walking. Thought that was neat. A lot of shots, a lot of... Wasn't that big of a fan of like this portion. How does it feel to travel all year compared to the last few years? Feels really, really good. I miss it. I used to travel all the time. I used to spend the majority of time on the road. So getting back to traveling and doing so much traveling this year has been really great. I just wish I was able to travel to the places that I wanted to go to. Add that to the collection too. VK, lol. What's the weirdest tourist scam you've seen on your trips? Weirdest, huh? I don't know. Hard to say. But I do, like, the first thing that comes to mind is just like how relentless people are in, especially Hoi An. You know, people trying to get you into like boat rides and like, there was this one thing where like everyone wants something from you, right? But in Hoi An, like the first protocol is like, they ask you, hey, where are you from? Where are you from? Where are you from? And they try and like engage in a conversation with you. And I was just thinking to myself, like, everyone says that, and everyone says the same thing, and everyone sells the same thing. So like when you go to from store to store, there's like no real difference for you to actually buy one thing from one place versus another. And I was like, why wouldn't you just come up with something that's like a little bit more original to get my attention? And everyone's selling the same things. Everyone's saying the same things. It's like, that's weird. Edit something. I will edit something very, very soon. Very, very soon. Having seen much of the Vietnam myself, but the country looks beautiful from, yeah, it is very, very beautiful. Yeah, I really dig this shot. I'll re-edit this shot a little bit later to show you guys how I'll go about it. But for reference, this door is like that door. So we just moved a little bit further down. Yeah, there's a lot of these ones. I wanted a lot of movement. And the thing with Alia is that, like, unlike a kimono, for example, it's like both front and back kind of slit, so you can like really play around with the motion of the hair and the clothes and stuff like that at the same time, which was really cool. We got it to play with the door. I like that. It's very cute. More close-ups of the door. Yeah, these were okay. Hi. She posted this one, and I loved these shots. So the original one of this, it looked like that, and it's just a regular kind of street shot. But I was like, the lighting looks so cool, and yeah, I don't know. There's just something about how natural and like in the moment this shot was, or this location was. Then we went further into Blue Hour. Some more of these. Yeah, these were okay. Wasn't too big of a fan of these. That one's not bad. There are some shots that we shot the next day, which, how long have I been streaming for? 1 hour and a half. Maybe I'll just skip straight to that because I don't want to stay on stream too long. This is what the river looks like, by the way. So many people with like lanterns and stuff like that, sunset going on. Super vibey, super nice. I really liked these shots, these like backlit ones. But yeah, I will skip a little bit and oh yeah, we did some like lantern shots. So many lanterns there. Cool, huh? But then there were these like cinematic kind of shots that I took that I was like, oh, I love this like little series here. All of these lights in the background, it's backlit, it's like dark, it's moody, it's very saturated. I love this one. I edited this one already. How do I start building my Adobe portfolio for interior, architectural, and editorial photography? Man, you just get started. Do your own things if you're not paid for them. Go shoot your own interiors and build up a portfolio like that. Go to your friends' houses and start shooting interiors and all that kind of stuff. If you want to build up a portfolio, you don't need to wait for someone to give you a job or whatever. Just do what you can. What's your favorite color combination? Blue and red. What camera settings did you go on the wall? It's right there. It's right there. Next to my head. All the lights. I'm late, but hi, Pat. Hi, Jonathan. What's going on? Diffusion, filter, Haven. Yeah, I was using the Pro Mist a lot. Just start taking photos. The answer for most photography questions. 100%. Just start taking photos, man. That's all that matters. Yeah, there were these like really cool, like 3 sets of lights that were kind of coming onto a tree, and I was like, oh, this is kind of cool. I like that. Neat. Just checking whether or not it's in focus, which it is. And then there was this like next kind of phase. Next scene that we were walking at that I really enjoyed. And I was like super excited to start editing, so I might like this place. So I might actually start editing one of these now. But I love this because of like how many different colors there are, and like I lined up the line of this row of lanterns with her face, just so that we could get like, you know, a leading line into her eyes. But yeah, stuff like I edited this for her. Stuff like that was really cool. What else? Yeah, I liked when she was facing to the right, because the light then hit her face a lot nicer. So like stuff like this. Oh, the look away. Oh, stance. I like it. Oh, the look towards. This one too. Okay, there's so many. I love this scene. Thought it was really cool. Oh yeah, I edited this one before in the past, just really quickly because I was super excited about it. I think these are like nice, you know, B carousel types of shots, like second shot kind of thing in a carousel. All right, let's edit one, because we haven't done any editing yet, have we? So you pick between this one, this one, this one, this one, this one. I already did this one. Let's do this one, because she's like looking directly at the camera. Ooh, the leading lines. How high do you usually let your ISO get while shooting handheld before putting on a tripod? Well, this is at ISO 4000, but for the A1, man, I'll shoot up to ISO 12,800 really comfortably, because of the noise profile for the A1 is just so nice. Even if, and there's some shots I can show you later, even if the noise is like a lot, it still remains sharp and the noise is really fine, so it looks really good. So for this camera, like, yeah, really, really high. On the A1, do you typically use the electronic shutter as your default? No, I actually use the mechanical shutter as my default. Just because I like the way it sounds. That's literally it, for no other reason than the fact that I like the way it sounds. Auto white balance all the time. Wait, how do you plan your carousels? Usually just like I'll have a hero image, and then if I have a supplementary image that I've taken after that, then I'll add that as a carousel. That's literally as basic as it gets. Photographers are always photographing perfect models. How do you find models? On Instagram, man, or anywhere else. Just hit them up. Slide into those DMs. Great idea for a live photography stream. taking tips and tricks from your other videos. Hopefully you get a idea into my process so far. So far I've only selected photos. I haven't edited anything yet. But yeah, we can get to this one. 320 is definitely not ideal for me, but it ended up being sharp enough because she was fairly still. But yeah, typically start with like resetting the image, adjusting exposure and stuff like that, getting the image to a point where it's like at a good base to work from. Highlights are a bit blown out. It's cool. Or I could just blow them all out, and that's kind of cool too. That's a look. That's a vibe. Let's go halfway. Shadows are fine. Shadows up there are fine. Blacks are fine. I'll throw on a preset for the colors and stuff like that. For this is a little bit warm for me. I'm gonna cool this down a bit so that I can also get her skin tone back to normal as well. Like her skin tone is a little bit more normal there. A little bit too purple for me. Slide this over to the green. Yeah, nice. One thing about my preset for this one, these are my settings by the way, is that sometimes the luminosity gets a bit too wild and the image starts to degrade a little bit, but this is okay. And if you've watched my other videos in the past about like editing and stuff like that, or if you've joined the course, you'll know that I'm like a really big fan of harmonizing colors and like kind of homogenizing them as far as I can. So, you know, I mentioned that my favorite color combination is blue and red. So ideally that's what I want to do, but with, you know, portraits and stuff like that, you've really got to watch out with the color of the skin tones and stuff. So maybe a little bit more that way. And then one thing for me is that the contrast is a little bit light, which is a byproduct of like using the Promise filter. Kind of reduces the contrast a little bit. Has that like kind of faded look, which is neat, but yeah, for me, I would like a little bit more contrast. So I'll add that back in the tone curve in a sec. Electronic for the PPs, yeah, exactly. If you had to use an APS-C setup, what would you go with? I actually used to shoot with the A6500 and the 85 GM, which gives you like 135-ish, which is really nice. Really cool setup. Super light. Although the APS-C Sony stuff, the sensors haven't really been updated in that long, so yeah, it's okay. Ever mess around with dehaze? All the time. Positive dehaze as well. It's like, it's just getting contrast for free, right? Like this, especially for like haze filters. Using dehaze is great to get that contrast back, and you usually get it for free. And what I mean by for free is that, like, you know, sometimes when you're upping shadows or upping you know, whites or bringing them down or what have you, like just adjusting the contrast in general, sometimes you'll introduce noise. But dehaze is smart, S-M-O-R-T, and you do that, you get contrast back with no artifacts, which is, well, little artifacts, which is really nice. And I always use negative dehaze, some, like, you know, for when the situation calls for it. But yeah, I find myself doing that quite a bit. Found out recently that subtracting subjects is pretty handy for isolation in grading. Subtracting subjects? What do you mean by that? I want to give this even more contrast there. Make the blacks even blacker. I'll bring up the shadows though at the same time. Nice. Looks good to me. Maybe a little bit too saturated. I'll bring that down just a bit. Give it more of a like filmic look. That looks pretty good. So one thing like with if you use these diffusion filters is that like upping the texture is usually a good idea, just a little bit, just because everything gets really soft really quickly, especially if you're using anything above like 1/8 on like a Pro Mist or whatever. Bit of a vignette before and after. Yeah, a lot of difference, right? Yeah. What's the story behind -30 clarity? I started doing this years and years ago, and I think like now it's gotten a lot more popular. But -30 clarity for me has just always been a look. I've always enjoyed like a softer, less textured vibe, and then increasing the sharpness to offset that lack of texture so that it's still sharp, but it has like a little bit of a dreamy look. I find people go way too hard on it when they're trying this out. So, you know, do it with restraint. Not every single image requires 30 or that much, or some images even require more. But for me, it's just it's an aesthetic style. I want to get rid of this little dot thing because there's a little bit of flare going on. Line that up with the lines of her shirt as well. Hopefully it doesn't destroy my computer. And then last thing is just grain, just in general. I'll just do a little bit of noise reduction. I think that's a lot better. And then a little bit more general sharpening just to offset that. That looks good. I'm looking out for color noise, which I don't see any of, which is great. Nah, it's just all very just normal. Yeah, normal luminance noise. Cool. Pretty much done. If I was to post that on Instagram, the crop would look something like this, where I would either decide to put her in the middle like that, which is kind of cool. Maybe straighten that up a little bit. But something that I do quite often is put the eye in the middle as well. So maybe like this. Something like that, which is, yeah, for this one it doesn't work as well, but it's not bad. It's not bad. Like even that's kind of neat. And then as a carousel for this, like I want to show off the rest of the surroundings that she's in as well. So, you know, I'll probably have the landscape version as a carousel as well. Oh yeah, subtracting subjects. Right. I get it. Yeah, I do that sometimes too. Also hoping for LR to straight up adding HSL to masks instead of that weird hue slider. Yeah, me too. About crop grids, got a favorite or depends on the composition? Okay, so I did a video on this in the past where I was talking about like the way that I crop, right? So usually I'll use like a rule of thirds, right? But then I'll actually break that up into middles, and then middles from that as well. So this is a good example of that, right? So like if I am, let's say, looking at the rule of thirds here, a couple of things that I'm looking at is, okay, I've got this like top third here aligned with the top of her head. But realistically, like if I was to do this properly, I would have top of her head like this, and then the bottom of her chin down there, so that we have like maybe more like this. If I was doing like a very close portrait, for example, so that we're boxing her head in, and then from there I would like look at, okay, what are the subdivisions from there that I can line up specific features in the overall like box of where I've placed her head. So, you know, this middle marker here, that middle marker there, I would be lining those things up. But for example, if I go on a more macro kind of way, you know, I would make sure little things like if I organize this like this, where I have the center lining up with her eye in the middle right here, I would do things such that like things are also proportioned in the other areas as well. So for example, the edge of her elbow right here is directly in the middle of this grid of the right? So stuff like that, and being able to proportion out your crops in that way, I think is like really important. This is, I mean, I'll show you more examples in the coming images, but you know, thinking about those kind of things is really important to me as well. You know, hand placement overall. The hand placement is in the middle of the bottom row of the third, which gives more of a, well, for me anyway, gives it more of that solidity when you're thinking about cropping and stuff like that. But let's move on to a different image, because I think that one was done. Yeah. What do we want to do? Yeah, I'll do this one. Street image. Just curious, does the masterclass come with presets? No, it does not. But I teach you how to make your own, which is infinitely better than buying someone else's. Is there a way to resize a photo to fit the vertical crop of Instagram if it's too big initially? You just got to shoot wide, unfortunately. You like, if you're shooting for Instagram, it's always better to shoot a little bit wider than you think you'll need, and then be able to crop in. All right, so with this one, I'll show you what I mean in terms of crop, just straight up, right? So say, for example, I was like doing this for Instagram. This is a 4:5 crop, and the guy is in the middle of the frame. Great, fine. Some people might be tempted to put the dude here on the bottom third, just like this. But what I tend to do is actually do something more like this, where I'm putting him in the middle of the bottom row of the thirds while also being vertically aligned as well. So that still allows for a lot of balance in the image while not just using the regular like thirds as they're supposed to be used. So yeah, I hope that makes a little bit more sense as to like how and why I do those things. So like something like that would be like a typical crop, right? But for now, let's reset the image. It's like he's in his own little frame. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, 100%. Exposure's good. Why it's a bit bright. Bring up the shadows a little bit and then control the contrast later. Chuck some colors on there. Yeah, this one's kind of cool, but probably a little bit too hard. Up the exposure just a little bit more. Bring down the saturation because it's a little bit too much. This preset has way too much black clipping, so I'm just going to reset that down to the bottom and then just give it a little bit of a something like that. Bring down the gamma a bit too. Bring down the shadows just a bit. Add more contrast. Always control your contrast in the tone curve. Always. I actually released a video on the channel about using tone curve for your contrast, which was taken from my masterclass. So go check that out if you want the reason as to why. Color wise though, color is where I spend the majority of my time. I can make this more blue. Yeah, it's okay. I can make this more warm. Yeah, subtle changes. Cool. Then I'm going to take these purples and make them more blue, just so I can homogenize the colors again, like on this kind of railing thing here. Isn't this so cool? This reminds me so much of like Osaka, like in the back of Dotonbori. Highlights, it's good, it's good. Give it a crop skis, just because it's a little bit small. I'll do that crop that I was mentioning before. Cool. And then I'm gonna go through and do some local adjustments. So what I want is just to darken down the foreground here just a little bit, get your attention off it. And then I'm lazy, so rather than like brushing in the subject, I'm just gonna put a radial on it, because that's how you get away with the lazy version. Just up the exposure a smidge, up the clarity, and up the texture just a little bit, just so that the silhouette has more definition. But you don't want to go so far as to like make it obvious that you've done this, right? So like I see so many people do like this, for example. Like the difference between this and like this is for me immediately noticeable. So, you know, yeah. Especially since it's not like a auto mask and it's not like a perfect cutout of when you're selecting the subject. So yeah, just be mindful of that. But that's cool. I might bring down the highlights just a little bit more. Yeah, good balance, good balance. Bring in some more vignetting just to darken down the sides a little bit more. And then I want to kind of darken down this left side too, because I think compared to the right side, it's just a little bit bright, even though it is in the sun. But yeah, something like that. Yeah. Yeah. I think that's okay. Noise is good. Sharpening is probably good as well. Maybe a little bit more masking. Yeah. Cool. That looks good to me. Ever played around with cloud-based Lightroom? Don't see any reason to switch. Yeah, no, like if you are a professional photographer and you have hundreds and thousands of images, then the cloud-based version is not for you. Maybe it's for you for like occasional edits and stuff like that, but if you want your entire catalog in a singular place, then the cloud version isn't it. Hey, empty pixels, what's going on? The select subject mask is a game changer. Yep, it surely is, but it doesn't always work. But interestingly, let's see if it does work in this instance. Nope, didn't think so. You ever touch the radius slider? You mean for like feather or like that? I think we're pretty much done with this one though. Let's do a quick before, after. Well, maybe those yellows are a bit too yellow. I kind of liked the green. Okay. Oh, in the detail category. Radius. Oh, for sharpening? Not usually. If like you are finding that you have hard lines like this and you want to pop those things out, then holding Alt or what was the other one? I can't remember. One of the buttons allows you to see like how thick the radius of your sharpening mask is going to be, which is nice for like thicker subjects, like thicker lines like this and buildings and all that kind of stuff. But for me, it's much of a muchness. I like the finer line kind of look. I like more details rather than it being like the bigger radius kind of like gives you more sharpening on the bolder lines rather than the finer, minute lines. We re-upload this. It's quite interesting. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I mentioned if it continues to go well, I'll see. I'll leave it up. Anyway, moving on. I think we'll do another street shot. What's this one doing here? That's not supposed to be there. It's very similar, isn't it? Oh, what's this one? Yeah. Nah. You know. Maybe this one as like a second Instagram account type shot. These ones are so easy to do though, because I literally like just do exposure really quickly. I'll do like a 16 by 10 crop and then throw like a film preset on it. Way too much saturation though. So for me, like a cinematic kind of filmy kind of vibe, there's definitely like lower saturation, less contrast, a little bit of grain. Let's do that. A bit of grain, a little bit of a moment in time. A lot of muted blacks. Probably too much blue. And not enough grain. Needs more grain. More. Yeah. That's good. Still sharp. Very quick. You can go back to a port. Had Steph in the window. But the original one looks like this, which looks so much nicer as a whole window shot. There was a shot from this series that I wanted to edit though, that I was super excited about, and that was her walking. I think it was this one. Isn't this cute? I'll re-edit this for like how I would go about it, but this is the original image, just yellow on a wall kind of thing. And this for me was like Wait, what was it? This one? Maybe it was this one. Hold on. Yeah, I think I like this one better. Yeah, I had her like flick the eye backwards and then, yeah, have her walk and all that kind of stuff. And I thought it was super nice. So exposure first. Well, give me exposure first. I think like 75. Get the highlights down. Just get a little bit more of that detail. Cool, it looks good to me. Really want this like yellow wall to be quite bright. And then lift the shadows just a smidge. And then this shot isn't super straight. It's fine. That's good. Throw some colors in there. I think this one will go with a little bit more of a warmer color palette. And I'm looking out for, you know, if things are too soft or if she has like haloing or anything like that and it looks okay, I'll just bring this down a little bit. Bring down the texture a little bit as well. So if you have like too textured of a wall, it like kind of looks a bit grimy and a bit gritty. Same thing with clarity, right? Like in this kind of image, if you have like positive clarity, it ends up like this. Like it ends up looking gritty in my eyes. So I like having a minus clarity to soften and smooth things out a little bit. That's good. Initial baseline for colors is good. Quickly change the white balance on this as well. See if it looks better colder. A little bit. It does. I think it does anyway. Yeah, it's nice. That's nice. You can leave all the rest of the colors. It's fine. There's only one main color in this one. We can grab this tool, pick a one, and play around with the saturation. It's a very similar hue to her skin tone, so I don't want to play around with it too much because I can't be bothered to mask it out, but that looks alright to me. Cool. And then a little bit of a touch up. I don't know what this is, but it's I'm gonna yeet that out of here. This thing too. Oh, this is gonna be tricky. Do that for now. Okay, my computer's dying. One more time. How about if I do this? Good job, Lightroom. And then I'll do the next part. Where are you going? Yeah. Okay, cool. That was good. Color calibration, yeah, man. Such a huge deal. Color calibration is crucial if you want unique images or unique color methods. Would you consider editing one of our pictures? Think it'd be nice to have some feedback and see what edits you'd make. Yeah, I think I want to do a video where like you guys submit a whole bunch of your images and I edit them, but I also want to do one where it's like I'll give you, like, you guys submit images and I'll give you feedback on them, not necessarily like editing feedback per se, but like actually, you know, compositional feedback and all that kind of stuff. Let me know if you'd be interested in a video for that. Kind of been loving grain recently, got into film photography recently. and been trying to add more of that feel to my photos. Yeah, grain's nice, man. Oh, that's a cigarette butt. Yuck. Goodbye. Just cleaning things up here. Laters. Oh, where are you going, mate? Alright, that's better. So much rubbish. That'll do. It's fine. I mean, you could really spend all day here and clean things up. What's that? Is that a banana? Wait, what? It's a leaf. Leaf? Yeah, that'll do. Oh, there you go. Goodbye. Where can I find the information on your upcoming masterclass, Pat? You can check my website, patk.com/store. I've got some initial information on the upcoming class, but you can also check out the Lightroom Masterclass that's up there right now. Every time I see Pat drop a photo for the contest, I sweat. I can't win. I just drop it for fun. Don't be threatened. Hey Pat, just dropping by and saying I really love your work. Thanks for dropping by, Jimmy. Allah always picks the best. I know, right? Pat, do you feel like the LR healing tool is a lot worse than the Photoshop? 100%, it is. For the actual like selections of it, yeah, it is. It's just nowhere close to as powerful. Plus, in Photoshop, there's so many different ways to heal things and to replace things and to fix things up. So, just the heal tool on its own in Lightroom is just like not sufficient. I would really love to see them have more healing options. Like I love the patch tool, for example, in Photoshop. I love the clone stamp tool. Those are like my bread and butter. I wish Lightroom had that as well. Yep, we'll save the live stream. Sounds really cool, but it's had terrifying. Cleaning up trash with one spot removal at a time. Yeah, I know, right? I think this is good though. I think as a general like image, it's nice. Her complexion's smooth. I mean, she has a fantastic complexion anyway. There's nothing to improve there. The form's good. Do the crop. If I was to post this on Instagram, definitely. So what I'm doing for crop here is I'm going to line up the horizontal middle of this image with her face like that, and then put her on the third. Maybe a little bit further down so that I can get this bottom bit as well. Then a little trick for you guys as well. If you go to aspect and just slide it a little bit positive, just make her a little bit taller, Models always appreciate that. A little bit of height. That looks good to me. Cool. Would definitely post that one. What's your hotkey to zoom? Z. Or space. What a mess. Yeah, I know, right? I'm guessing it's intentional that it's worse, so you use Photoshop, but it feels like it would make sense to be the same. Yeah, for sure. Put it on God. What? Gotta bounce for a bit. Alright, no worries. Thanks for hanging out, Empty Pixels. Peace. Alright, just a couple more for me. I think I've been... Whoa! Oh God, what did I do? Been streaming for 2 hours now, and my voice is starting to go. Because I'm still sick, unfortunately. What's one I haven't done? What was this one? Oh, yeah, this was one that I wanted to see if I could edit. I wasn't sure if I could actually edit this into something that's usable, but let's see. So the biggest thing is like, you know, there's obviously like a city here that I want to outline, which is kind of neat, but I also saw this road leading up to the city, but you know, you're shooting through kilometers and kilometers of haze, so it's kind of difficult. So if I do this and up the exposure, down the saturation a bit, I don't know if I throw like a quick color on that, can I make something out of this? I don't know. I'm just giving it a go. Just giving it a shot. It's okay. It's alright. I don't know. I think I'm pushing shit uphill here. Try different variations. Less dehaze, more clarity kind of thing. Yeah, not a huge fan. Not a huge fan. Can it be saved? Can't it be saved? I don't know. I'm leaning towards nah. It's not. It's like not a saved kind of image. I don't think I can do it. It's like the idea when I saw this in real life was to like, you know, do something with this road here and like accentuate that somehow. I'm just doing it super rough right now, by the way. And then do something with this city, but I don't think it can be saved. Nah. Nope, failed. Okay, never mind. Moving on. These street shots. Yeah, so I edited this one. So I kind of like, oh, hold on. What happened? I got the spinning beach ball. I kind of like this one. And I would zoom that in as a secondary. This would be like a second account kind of shot. Where it looked something like this. Composition feedback would be awesome. Yeah, maybe I'll do that video then. What time is it where you live? 11 o'clock. And I gotta go to the gym and have lunch after this. Get well soon. Thank you. I'm dying. I've been so bad last week. It's so bad. What monitor would you recommend for photo editing? Any to get started, like if you don't want to spend that much money, anything that is like the Dell Ultra Sharp series is decent. And then buy yourself a color calibrator for like a couple $100 and then dial it in yourself. He's from the future like the Terminator. Alright. A lot of highlights going on here. Nope, actually I'm going to throw this is a second account, so I'm going to throw film preset on this, which gets rid of my highlights automatically for me. Look at that. It's like the preset was made efficiently or something. Too much dehaze though. This one, because it has a lot of shadows, has a lot of like visible grain already, which is nice. Super quick. The Hey Paquet shots are like, the edit's like nothing. It's just, that's it, I'm done. What else am I excited for? I'm excited. So I did, which one did we do? We did this one. I was super excited for. This series I was super excited for. Oh, I'll show you guys one series that was really cool because I haven't finished all of the Vietnam photos. We took so many photos. So there's all of those. There's like these ones where she's sitting at a door, which is super nice. But then we got on the river and we got onto like the boat. So there's a whole bunch of these photos that I was super excited about. So if I remember, I think it was around this time. Yeah. Okay, so from here, just like after, just a smidge after blue hour, really dark, you know, lots of lights around people, and we just so luckily happened to get the like one of the only boats with like a white lantern. Super stoked about that. And you know, I had the diffusion filter on there as well, so the lanterns automatically kind of give off the glowy vibe, which is awesome. So yeah, these kind of images, like with the white eye, like, oh my god, so nice. I love these. I like this. I hate this guy. Get out of my frame. What are you doing here? Also, what I was talking about before, this is ISO 6400. So, and you look at this noise, like, I don't know if it's coming through properly on the stream, but like the noise is so fine, you can't really tell that it's there, especially when you zoom out. Like it's a 50 megapixel image, like it's barely there. So with the A1, you're able to shoot, like for me, comfortably 12,800, 25,600, etc. Oh yeah, this is the one that I really liked. I think she picked this one as well. But I want to pick a landscape one. Something natty, natural, like this, I think is cool. All right, let's edit that. First things first, 6400 is going to have a lot of grain because I'm going to up the exposure a little bit. So it's going to introduce even more grain. 0.75, how's that look? It's not too bad in the shadows. It's all right. It's all right. So, you know, for example, we're talking about noise again. This is ISO 6400. If I like exposure +1 this is the equivalent to shooting it on like, you know, 12,800, for example. So this noise level is just perfect. It's like, it's so acceptable for me. That's why I love shooting with the A1. It's just amazing. Bring down the highlights, leave the whites. I think that's nice. I might up the shadows because I can't see that much, but I'll bring them down in the contrast later. The fact that this is not straight is killing me, but I don't know which straight, whether it should go right or left. I think this way. Nah, but then the boat's odd. We'll go this way. All right. Throw in some colors. I think a little bit of a warmer texture would go well against this blue hour. And then just warm up the white balance just a little bit. Take out a little bit of the purple tint, more to a green. Looks good to me. Throw down the saturation a bit because it's a little bit too much. That preset is intense. And then bring in a little bit more contrast in the blacks. Yeah. What does it look like with zero clarity? Nah, 30 is better. Gives it that, accentuates the lantern even more. I want to take the purples and move them into blues. Homogenize the colors a little bit more. Bring down the shadows of the split tone just a little bit because this preset's a little bit too hard. That's fine. Yeah. I was like, when I shot this, I was like, fuck it, this is sick. These are sick photos. Quick before and after. Nice. Local adjustments wise, I think I want to just brighten her up a little bit. You can get away with it because she's literally looking at this light here. With the lantern, I want to just get a little bit more detail back. So I'm just going to put a radial around it. Maybe a little bit less highlight, a little bit more white. Cool. Get rid of the foreground detail by doing a bit of a gradient here. Focus the eyes more to her face. Now the noise is getting, you know, a little bit noticeable when you zoom in, so we will give it maybe a 25. Yeah, it's not bad. It's not bad. To offset the noise reduction, we will check our masks. Give it a little bit more sharpening to offset the lack of sharpness from the noise reduction. Cool. Looks good to me. What book are you reading right now or have recommended lately? Right now I'm reading The Psychology of Money because I've been getting into finance a lot recently because, well, again, recently because everything is just kind of turning into shit, you know. Everyone is saying that a US recession is on the way and all that kind of stuff. So I just want to be prepared and yeah. Are you on a 4K monitor? Yes, I am. I'm on 2 4K monitors plus the laptop at the moment, so I am putting this MacBook through its paces. Guess the boat was swaying a fair bit. Yes, it was swaying a fair bit indeed. Feels like a black and white low-key. Maybe. What anime are you watching now? Also, what do you rewatch without getting tired of it? Right now, I'm watching Spy Family, as everyone else is. So good. It's so funny. I love it. It's such a great show. But I'm not actually watching that much anime at the moment. I've been watching a lot of YouTube for some reason. I don't know why. Just maybe the recommendation engine's been like absolutely killing it for me. I kind of like these ones too, because I love her pose. I think it's like just Steph, like straight, like it's her. I'll just do the same thing really quickly. Play with the exposure a bit, you know, get back some of that detail, brighten it up. Shadows are fairly okay, but I'll just up it just a little bit, put some color in there. Warm color is good, but that preset has too much saturation. Bring down the saturation, but also give it more warmth at the same time. I think it's still a little bit too saturated, so this is Blue Hour, so I'll take that back. Like that. Face looks good. Smooth complexion, can't do anything better with that. Looks good to me. Crop is good. Yeah, I love that. You know what I love about this? The pose is like left, right, and then her legs are like left, right. And it's very like crisscross action. I love that. It's great. So if I was to like post this on Instagram, have her head in the middle. I don't want to cut off her feet, which is a shame because I want to do this and put her eyes on the third. But putting her eyes on the third means that I cut off her feet. And I don't really want to do that. So that's kind of cool. I'll just leave that as that. Super quick. Seeing the pattern of my editing now, huh? There was another shoot that I wanted to show you guys as well that we did on the end of this day that I thought was neat. Yeah, these ones. It's like stuff like this. This is what it looked like as the original, and I was like, you know, these are all the colors in the background are all like the lanterns and the boats and stuff like that. And yeah, I like got up on top of the bridge and like put my hands like above my head super far, and then took the shot like that because it's just so freaking crowded. It was crazy. And yeah, I edited it to look like this, which like I would 100% post, and we probably will post this, but it's just the kind of the same process as before. So I'll just edit this one to show you guys. But yeah, you know, exposure first always, and like resetting the image and stuff like that. This was shot in the 35-1.4. Bringing down the highlights a little bit. You know, obviously the color is whack because, you know, everything's really warm, and this light or this lantern on the right was orange as well. So I'm gonna throw my colors on there anyway, but I'm gonna change the white balance to more blue, like a lot blue, like that, and immediately you get back like more realistic skin tones straight away. Had to play around with the exposure a little bit more, something like that. But yeah, even if I didn't throw my preset on, so like, let's say we took it back to here. Wait, we'll take it back to here. Just white balance always is just always such a big deal, you know. Like this is with no color changes at all, just changing white balance purely, and then you could do something like this, and you know, already that's a lot more natural and a lot more easy to look at. And then yeah, I throw my colors on. Blues, yeah. Up the shadows a bit. It's too much green for me. Throw in a little bit of dehaze because I was using the diffusion filter to get some of that contrast back, and then add more black just a little bit. This is ISO 5000, but at almost one exposure is probably a little bit more than that. Homogenizing those purples to blues. Just unite those colors a little bit together. I think that looks good. Bit of noise reduction. Check this sharpening. That looks good to me. Yeah, I might actually get a little bit of detail back on her face as well. So I'll just up the sharpening on her face and up the texture on her face just a little bit while reducing the clarity. The texture will give it the shape. And then just up a little bit on the exposure, smidge, so that you can't tell that I've done it. Beautiful, beautiful. Doesn't she look great? And then if I was to post this on Instagram, 4:5 crop, I would probably do something like that. Even though it doesn't really line up properly, it's hard to like get it. Maybe it's even something like this, not too much. Maybe it's something like, I'll keep the pole in at the bottom and then just center her body like this. So that at least like the middle of, in between her eyes are on the third. Balanced. But the landscape version looks so much better. Have you ever made a monograph or photo book? No, I haven't. I was planning to make a photo book on Japan at the end of this year, actually. But depending on how busy I get, we'll see. I think you need to zoom in to 400% to show 1:1 1080p stream. Yeah, something like that. Sorry, I tried to like push the settings to 1440p on the stream, but as soon as I tried it, like, you know, within 10 minutes, it would start dropping frames. And I was like, this is suck. This is crap. Just binge watched Ichiban's Japan vlogs from a while back. Yeah, they're so good, huh? Thanks for hanging around, Jose. I'd definitely buy if you did. Thanks, man. All right. What is it? 11:30. Okay, I'll do one more, and then I think we'll call it a day for the stream. see, which one do I want to do? Are you guys sick of Steph yet? Should I do more Steph? This one's kind of cool. This one requires a lot of straightening. Something about the perspective I think is neat. This is shot on the new 1635 power zoom, by the way, which is incredibly sharp. So that's like 200. I was like super impressed with like how sharp this is for an f4. Alright, just bring some of that detail back. Bring up some of the shadows just because her face is in a little bit of shadow here. And then give it some colors. A little bit too bright on the legs there. Bring that down in terms of luminance. Bring the purple in a little bit. Yeah, cool. A little bit of vignetting. Center your attention a little bit. Check the masks. It's cool. Alright, and then if I was to Instagram crop this, I'd probably leave it as it is. Right in the middle. Or, like that. Nah, man, 4:5 crop sucks. Can't decide. Maybe something like that's cool. Yeah. Maybe a little bit more blue. I like it. Not the typical kind of time of day I would shoot in, but yeah, not bad. Maybe 16:9 by stories, for stories. Yeah, like 16:9 would be so much nicer. Maybe I should just like post this one frame as a reel. All right, I think that's it. I think I'm done. Mark, so sorry I'm late. Sorry, I have been on stream for like 2.5 hours already. I think that's it because I am tired and my voice is about to die. But thank you so much for hanging out, everybody. If y'all want to check out the Lightroom Masterclass, if you want to learn more about Lightroom, otherwise, you know, thanks for hanging around and hopefully you learned something from my process and just thank you for keeping me company while I was editing some photos, because I've been kind of, you know, as I mentioned before, uninspired with Instagram. So this was nice to be able to share this process and have some of those images ready to post. Hopefully I'll be able to do more streams when I get back to Japan and Tokyo, and you know, have more Japanese content to share with you guys and edit with you guys as well. And yeah, all right, I'll take all of your feedback about like editing your images and giving you feedback on your images as well. So yeah, let me squirrel away those thoughts and I will I'll think of what to do. Yeah, but thank you for hanging around on the stream. Sorry, I'm just reading your comments. Yes, I won't delete the stream. I'll leave it up. I think it's gone a lot smoother than I was expecting it to, so that's good. My computer actually didn't end up dying. Yay. But for now, awesome. I will see y'all later. Thanks for hanging out. Have a good day. Bye.